this event that welcomes the government of Uttar Pradesh together with the public and the private sector along with the NGOs, the CSOs and the practitioners to focus on the key imperatives and map the progress to support women's economic empowerment on a larger forum.
At Udayti, our North Star goal is to work with the ecosystem, state governments, private sector and other civil society organizations to really drive female labor force participation rate of India over 50%. And that really seems like an ambitious goal, but almost every comparable high growth economy that has been able to achieve economic growth has had to take its female labor force participation rate to at least higher than 50%. International average, by the way, is 53%.
एक प्रोग्राम गवर्नमेंट ने शुरू किया था बैंकिंग करस्पॉन्डेंट सखी का। अभी लगभग 40,000 महिलाएं इस पे काम कर रही हैं और 10.5 करोड़ से ज़्यादा इन्होंने ट्रांजैक्शंस किए हैं। गांव में जो बहुत विकलांग हैं, बुजुर्ग हैं, जो बैंक नहीं जा सकते हैं, उनको वो उनके घर में जाकर उनके पेंशन का या उनका जो भी पैसा है बैंक से वो ड्रॉ करके और उनको देती हैं।
What we are talking about here, which is increased women's participation. I know the UP has taken this very seriously and Nari Shakti is the call of the day, but more women need to enter the workforce.
हमारे यूपी में जो फीमेल लेबर फोर्स पार्टिसिपेशन रेट है, in last 5 years from 14% we have reached up to 32%. This is 18 point increase. और जो gap था national average से, the gap was 13 points and we have brought this gap. We have closed this gap and now we are just 8 points behind national average.
Talking about my experiences, Starbucks was the company where I worked and I gained a lot of knowledge from them and lot of courage to speak in front of people. जैसे मैं अभी बात कर रही हूँ, लोगों से connection build up करना is not very easy.
It is very difficult to fulfill personal and professional commitment at the same time, right? So my mentor was there who supported me, who has given me opportunity to give a work-life balance there.
Really went after this concept of zero tolerance towards crime and criminality and the absolute adherence to law. This is what ensured that safety and particularly women's safety could take things on board. And I'm so very happy now I can see all around that movement of women does happen in the public domain, which was earlier not possible.
Once you finished your graduation, you must go out and work. That economic independence, right? And that confidence to say that I can do what I need to do and want to do will move more and more women into the workforce.
What can we do to kind of increase the female workforce participation, and that you cannot leave the non-traditional sectors behind anymore, because with tech shrinking and other services, kind of being what was traditionally what women would look at, it's really important for us, especially as a company that has 20 different industries under us. How do you kind of counsel and sensitize these women and their families and ensure that the skilling programs are curated to make them accessible to jobs and providing the right skilling. So it does require a lot of grooming.
We see a lot of biases, we see a lot of barriers around norms that need to shift at multiple levels, and we can speak about that later. So what are some of the effective strategies that have worked to address or shift those mindset barriers, both in community, at the ITIs or at the employer? And what's the best mechanism to institutionalize some of those?
Education, especially in this cohort, is not an end point. If you really look at it, for a girl, one of the social bias from the family which comes is, ठीक है पढ़ ली हो, but अगर हम तुम्हें अभी बाहर भेजेंगे, तो घर पे cooking कौन करेगा, कपड़े कौन धोएगा? Understanding अगर हमने families को दी, financial inclusion हमने उनको सिखाया, और फाइनेंशियल लिटरेसी दी, एंड ये कंटिन्यूसली 20 साल तक किया, then we will probably on this stage be discussing something else and at least not this topic.